Hello friends, we're going to be focusing on estimation when we're dividing decimals, and then we're going to be working on later on next week on actually dividing decimals and whole numbers. So we are going to take some notes. There's nothing to glue today. Estimating decimals. Oops. In division. So if you refer back to our lesson on estimation and division, it's very similar. So you might want to review that lesson before moving on to the decimals. But you can find this on page 234 in our textbook. So I'm just going to do an example because we've already learned how to estimate in long division. I want to estimate $473.89 divided by 12. So I'm going to pretend like I have this and I want to divide it by 12. I want to divide it amongst 12 people. Okay? So when I round in decimal, when I'm dividing, I'm not going to use the regular rounding rules because I have to find something that's compatible with 12. So first of all, I'm going to make this let's see here, whole number. So that would be 474. Well, that won't really work with 12. Let's see if we can do something. So we need to find something that's close to the numbers that we can divide to come out evenly. Okay, so I'm going to move 473.89 to 470. That is close by. And I can change 12 to 10 to make it 47. And that's something that I can do in my head. When I estimate, I want to try to do it close as possible to being able to do it in my head or quickly. So here are my steps. I'm going to round 473.89 to 470. And 12 to 10. So now it is 470 divided by 10. I can say that is 47. I know because I moved my decimal point over to be 47, or I could do long division. So let's do some examples here. We're going to do 42 divided by 6.8. So if I'm going to be looking at rounding my decimal number first and see if that works out. And if it does, then I don't have to estimate the other. If it doesn't, I'm going to estimate it. When I'm estimating, it's kind of not really guessing, but working to find numbers that work together that are close that will divide into each other, if that makes sense. So I'm going to make this a 7 because 6.8 is close to 7. Now I know 7 goes into 42, so I don't have to change my 42 because I can get an answer that is 6. It's about 6. And that's going to be an overestimate because I went up. All right, my second example will be 102 divided by 9.6. Well, let's see here. I'm going to round this to 10. Well, I can't do 102 divided by 10 evenly. So if I make this 100, which is close to 102, I can do that. That would be 10. That would work out evenly. Okay, another one would be 48.9 divided by 4. So let's see. If I round this up to 49, I can't put 4 into it. But if I put it at 48, 4 will go into it. Yes, that doesn't follow the typical rounding rules, but when you're doing dividing, you have to put something that will divide evenly. So that would be 12. Okay, now the next one we're going to do 17.7 divided by 3.2. So they both have decimals. So I'm going to change this to 3. Now I know 17 doesn't, 3 doesn't go into 17 evenly, but 18 it does. So we're going to do that. Okay, and one more. 821 and 22 hundredths divided by 79 and 4/10. I'm going to make this 80. And I know that 80 doesn't go into 820, but it'll go into 800. Yes, that's going down and it'll be an underestimate, but it will be close. So we're just finding numbers that are close that the divisor can go into the dividend evenly.